I suppose it was Jekyll and Hyde, I suppose, really is how I describe it. When we were good, we were very good, but when we were bad, we were very bad. Got off to a blistering start, and we're totally in control. 20 minutes in, some super scores taken from our forward division. We were working the ball well, we were very solid, and about a 10-minute dip then maybe with about 22 minutes gone, and Westmeath got a couple of scores from sidelines and frees, and we tagged on a couple more than just before half time. And if there was a day that we didn't really want a half time as such, it was today. We kind of would have probably been better off if we were pushing on the whole way through. And we found it difficult in the second half. Bodies got tired, and minds got tired as well. Our decision making started to dip, and we took on the wrong options, and we were finding it hard to keep the intensity up. So fresh legs came on, I suppose, if you could call them fresh legs, but the lads gave a bit, when they came on. They had a great goal there to kind of put the game to bed towards the end. But all told, listen, it wasn't our best performance, but given that we've played 2 games in 7 days and pretty much trained pretty much the rest of the time, so the energy was always going to be a struggle to have it.
I suppose that character and experience came through again in the end when they picked off a couple of scores. Westmeath had it back to 3 or 4 at one point? Yeah. 4.
Yeah, Seamus, and again, I think really showed well today. I think from the get-go, and showed loads of energy, loads of confidence on the ball. Took a couple of great scores, and he was spreading the ball around as well as much as he could. So I think his performance was probably the highlight of the day, really, and that he didn't see in the second half then as well. I thought he worked really, really hard and got a really good finish for the goal.
It does move you on to the next phase of the league now, in that regard, but you have Waterford. Would you prefer to go the semi-final route directly?
Well, we'll take whatever route comes our way, but I've no doubt that the Waterford game will be a really tough battle. They're a different team this year. They're far more organised and energetic. A lot of personnel changes in the team as well there. So they've had a really strong league campaign. I don't know how their result was. Lost by 2 today. Okay. So I think it's a straight shootout next Saturday night. So for a semi-final spot. So we'll go at it on Saturday night, and looking forward to it. It's a Saturday evening game here on the Gaelic grounds, which is always something to look forward to. The fact that there's a semi-final spot available, obviously both teams will want to create opportunities for themselves to get a bit of extra work done too. So there is value in the semi-final spot. If it's there to be got, sure, why not go after it? And it gives you an opportunity maybe to do another few bits and pieces in between.
John, a couple of league starts today and a couple of league debuts today.
Yeah, Josh Considine got his start in midfield, and Darren O'Connell got a start down in the corner. 2 of them worked really, really hard. Difficult week for them to come in now, mind you. Having trained for pretty much most of the week this week, so they worked really hard. I think they showed a lot of intent, and sure, this is just the first step in the process for them, really. There's a long road ahead of them, and I think they acquitted themselves reasonably well out there today.
David Reedy went off at half time. Did he take a knock?
David Reedy actually had a bit of a stiff kind of a crick in his neck from yesterday, and he did a bit of warm up on it before the game, and he got through the first half, but it was beginning to seize up again in the second half or half time. So it was really just a case that he couldn't do any more, so it was a case of moving on, and he'll be fine in a couple of days, only a crick in his neck.
How are Peter Casey and Adrian Breen?
Peter Casey's doing really great, had a great week's training this week, and will hopefully be back in full contact training next Thursday night.
Is there any update on Shane Dowling at all?
Shane has obviously got a knee injury at the moment, and the progress on it is really, really poor in terms of him finding improvements in it and being able to re-engage with training and stuff like that. So that's an ongoing issue for Shane at the moment, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a real blow, because Shane obviously has been a huge member of the group now for a number of years, and this injury is an injury he had again 2 years previous, and had some procedures done on it back then, and it was okay for 2 years, and now it came back, he got the procedure done, and this time it hasn't been as successful. So we just have to reassess now where he's at and see what the next step is in terms of helping him to get well again and get going again.
Would you be optimistic of being able to reintegrate him into the panel for 2020?
I can't answer that question. I don't know. Hopefully in the next week or so we'll get another opinion on it and see where it's at.
John, were you happy with the outcome of Congress where the mayor for him and the Sinn Bin got the knock?
I was. I was happy.
Speaking of happy, John, Portugal for a week, do you see the value of it, or how did it work out for you?
Oh, it was a fantastic week. Yeah, worked really, really well. Got five sessions, pitch sessions in. Can't get that done in 2.5 weeks here. And obviously all the other types of meetings and work that you get done, video work, etc. So yeah, we're time starved here at home. People think we only have them on a Tuesday night for 2 hours and again on a Friday night for maybe an hour and a half. You can't kill them too much then because the game's coming around the corner. So you need to get opportunities like that where you can just dedicate time, and you'd be surprised how much you can actually get done in a day, with an early session in the morning, some video work, maybe a meeting, another later session then maybe of a different nature in the afternoon. So huge value in doing what we did. Very difficult obviously when it's bookended by a game on Sunday and a game on Sunday again. Very, very difficult. So whilst that wasn't our best performance today by any stretch of the imagination, there's actually huge credit due to the lads to come out and actually get the performance, get a shift in and get the result. I know people will say you should have probably scored more, done what X, Y or Z, but when you consider the amount of work these guys have done in the last 7 days, that was actually an achievement in itself.
A bit of a difference in weather as well.
Definitely, yeah. So I'm told, and